4 U.S. troops have been wounded. Our own Ann Curry takes us to the Combat Support Hospital, which sees the medical care of 75% of the wounded U.S. military.
That was one of the most scariest things I've ever faced in my life. And then machine gun blast going over you, tracers. It's, I don't know.
Marine Lance Corporal Ty Shaw, 20 years old, wounded in the battle for An-Nasiriyah, shrapnel fracturing his left leg.
I didn't feel like I was actually there. It felt like I was almost playing a video game, and then it clicks. You're like, oh my Lord, I'm in a combat situation.
Evacuated to safety, he was brought here to the 47th Combat Support Hospital, known as a CASH unit, in northern Kuwait. The military says it's the best combat hospital this side of the Arabian Sea. Ray Constabile, a urologist by training, is the commander.
We're about 12 acres here.
12 acres?
12 acres, sure.
This entire mobile hospital is 12 acres?
It's a 300-bed hospital, which we set up in about a week.
Have you guys been busy?
Medium busy.
Yeah.
Fortunately, not as busy as we could be, which is probably a good thing.
Can you guys tell me what kind of injuries you've seen so far?
It's mostly been fragment wounds, explosion-type injuries.
To handle those injuries, the 47th CASH has virtually everything you'd expect to find in a hospital back home.
We have, all full lab capability. We have a CAT scanner.
You have a CAT scan here?
Sure, you bet.
You're kidding. They sure didn't have this on MASH on TV, I'll tell you. The 47th CASH also has some features not found back home.
This little Ziploc bag that you see here allows us to zip up this portion of the hospital and operate in a chemical or biological warfare environment without having to wear all our protective masks and everything like that.
For the doctors and nurses here, healing the wounds of war is taxing work.
I just come in every day expecting the worst and hope for the best.
A lot of these soldiers are very young, in their 20s.
Oh, it's difficult. I mean, there's no question about just seeing a young person who's had these degree of injuries it takes everyone back. I'd be inhuman if I said that it wasn't something that bothered all of us. It does.
Do you look at them and say, this is somebody's son? This is somebody's little boy?
Every day, you bet.
I noticed that you have something around your neck, a rosary. And why?
Well, I for years always said I never work alone. There's a higher power that allows us to do some of the great things that we do.
What do you ask of God as a doctor here in this mobile medical unit?
Mainly for strength. I think strength not only for the soldier and his family, but for us and for America, for all of us. I mean, this is a tough time. I mean, it's difficult for everyone. And I believe that there's some overlaying goodness that will make everything turn out.
Hi, Sarah, Megan, Chris, and Star.
Still, the war weighs heavily on those charged with lifting its physical burdens.
Mommy loves you very much.
Eat your vegetables.